My name is Bo. I conducted research on and am interested in how nuclear weaponry, both its creation and its use, have an impact on both ecosystems and environment.
My name is Coulter. I was interested in and researched how nuclear weapons harm humans and how they have impacted society.
My name is Lauren. I was interested and did research on how nuclear weapons get their destructive power. I was also interested in video production and helped edit and put together the video.
So today we're going to talk about how nuclear weapons cause widespread destruction through nuclear fission and nuclear fusion, and how this destruction causes tremendous environmental damage and is very, very dangerous for humans, and how this danger to humans has affected society through World War II, the Cold War, and today with Iran and North Korea.
Nuclear energy is a form of relatively clean energy. There are two different formats: nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. Nuclear fission occurs when heavy isotopes of hydrogen are violently collided together, causing them to split into lighter, more stable atoms. This can lead to a chain reaction, causing more and more atoms to go through the process of fission. The other type of nuclear energy is nuclear fusion. Just like with fission, heavy isotopes are collided. However, when fusion occurs, the nuclei of these isotopes fuse together and become one new element. Both of these processes release enormous amounts of energy and provide the violent explosion for the bomb. New versions of nuclear bombs incorporate both fission and fusion, which makes them much more powerful and dangerous. The massive release of energy from these bombs can create winds of incredible speeds rushing out from the blast site, up to 500 miles per hour. Along with this comes huge changes in air pressure, which along with the wind can cause structural damage to homes and buildings. The energy is also released in the form of immense heat. The core of this thermal wave can reach heats of 100 billion degrees Celsius, which is equivalent to the heat of the center of the sun. As it rushes across cities, it causes severe burns and structural damage. Radioactive particles are created and spread by the nuclear blast. These particles are very dangerous towards humans. As they decay, they release energy that can kill cells on contact or mutate the cell's DNA, which can lead to cancer.
The release of nuclear weapons have a tremendous effect on the ecosystems and environment within the radius of the nuclear blast. The plant life in the surrounding areas, if survived, would experience a gene mutation as a result of the radiation released from the blast, affecting the consumers of the said plants. The consumers of these genetically mutated plants, which include our crops, would also consume the radiation residing within these plants and crops, which would fester within the consumer's body, taking effect as it did within the plants. Though a very, very large amount of radiation would need to be consumed before experiencing any effects. Not only is the release of nuclear weaponry environmentally damaging, but the mere production is as well. The production of nuclear weapons produces a mass amount of waste that often end up in oceans, rivers, and soil, affecting marine life, plant life, and crops. Some nuclear power plants are in close proximity to major sources of drinking water, and as a result end up polluting the water we deem as pure and drinkable. Detonation of nuclear bombs can cause radioactive particles to be distributed within the atmosphere, resulting in global fallout. Even a small-scale use of nuclear weaponry could potentially deplete the ozone layer, alter the length of our seasons, and have a worldwide increase on temperature and dramatically speed the process of global warming. Whereas a large-scale use could block sunlight, bringing the world to darkness. Without the sunlight and warmth essential for photosynthesis, plant life would die, causing a mass starvation of the food chain. A nuclear conflict between just Pakistan and India could cause a layer of smoke to form around the planet's atmosphere, which could block as much as 10% of all incoming sunlight. This would cause the Earth's temperature to drastically decrease, causing the lowest temperature points to be experienced in over 1,000 years.
Due to their pure destructive power, nuclear weapons have had a tremendous impact on society. The United States military began to develop the nuclear bomb during World War II with the Manhattan Project. In August 1945, the United States dropped two bombs, Fat Man and Little Boy, on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. A few days later, the Japanese government surrendered unconditionally to the United States, effectively ending World War II. The utter destruction of Hiroshima and Nagasaki caused many to criticize the atomic bomb, and this horrific display of raw destruction made it so that nuclear weapons have not been used against humans since 1945. From the late 1940s to the early 1990s, the world was held in the stalemate of the Cold War. This time period was defined by the nuclear standoff between the United States and the Soviet Union. Both nations amassed huge nuclear arsenals that caused the whole world to fear a nuclear Armageddon at any moment. Even to this day, nuclear weapons have had a tremendous impact on the world. North Korea and Iran have both invested heavily in their nuclear programs recently. If these nations should succeed, this would tip the scales in two already volatile regions of the world.